This is for grade 8. Okay, grade 8 students in Canada try to solve problems use equation. So it's one equation with one unknown. So there are two steps in general I talk about. The step 1 is to try to understand the question and set up the unknown. Step 2 is to find the equality and in the question and set up the equality, then solve the problem. So I'm going to explain a motion problem and how to use the sum and the summation difference type of question to solve the motion problem. Okay, so the question that we are going to discuss is like this. Okay, assuming there are two kids. They are going to be named, let's say, Eric and Xavier. Okay, so for Eric and Xavier, let's see if they are at the 2 point of, on a road, it's 2 point, and let's say A and B, okay, or they can be two family house, okay, so like this is, let's say when it's a Eric house, okay, and this is, let's say the other one is Claire's house. Okay. And the distance between them is 1200 meters. Okay. So let's say it's 1200 meters. Okay. So Eric and Claire are making a play date. So they decide to meet somewhere in between their house. Okay. So the question, they are going to walk towards each other. Let's say they are going to meet somewhere. Okay. So they are meeting in the middle point somewhere. So like if they walk toward to each other, okay, if they walk toward each other, or we can see they are walking in opposite direction, okay, they will meet in, let's say, 8 minutes. Okay, and the question is getting a little bit tricky. Okay, see, that's one condition. However, if they are going to decide to meet somewhere else, let's say they decide to meet somewhere at a playground. Okay, so the playground is somewhere closer to Claire's house. So they decide, okay, they decide to walk towards the playground. And so they are going to, Eric, okay, let's say they are going to walk this way. Let's say this is a playground. And Claire is also going to walk this direction, okay? So let's say they are walking towards the playground. And because Claire is slower, okay, and Eric is faster, okay, let's not assuming they are going to where the playground is, but just to say they are going to say, okay, let's walk there, we'll meet there. Because Claire is slower and Eric is faster, okay? So Eric will catch up Claire at some point, okay? Let's say before they get to the playground. And how long it take, okay? Let's say it will take, let's say, assume in this question, we see if they walk, okay, in the same direction. Now they are walking in the same direction, okay? And Eric will catch up with Claire in, let's see, 20 minutes. Okay, so the question is asking, okay, what are the speeds? Okay, the question is going to be asking, what are the speed of each kid? Okay. Okay. So step one, what we just did, okay, try to understand the question, figure out the unknown. We see, assuming, okay, step one. So we did go through the step one, read the question. We say, assuming Eric's speed is x. Okay, so if that's the case, for most students, you will be able to understand, okay, so Eric and Claire was able to finish 1,200 kilometers in 8 minutes, okay? So we use 1,200 divided by 8, okay, which is 150. It should be the summation, okay, of Eric's speed and Claire's speed, okay? So if Eric's speed is x, okay, then, okay, we say 150, okay, which is the summation of Claire and Eric's speed. Okay, then, okay, Claire's speed is 150 minus x. Okay, so if you know this, okay, to follow what we have just learned, earlier, okay, you could, about the sum and the difference of two numbers, you could also say, okay, for the second part, okay, you can think about, okay, it takes 20 minutes for Eric to catch up with Claire to cover the whole distance of 1200 meters. So what does that mean? That means for 20 minutes, okay, you cover 1200 meters, you catch up 1200 meters. You could say, okay, for each minute, Eric is actually walking 120 kilometer, 120 meter. Okay, you use 1200 divided by, okay, so this part we'll redo this. Okay, so let's see, it take Eric 20 minutes. Okay, it take Eric 20 minutes to catch up with Claire. Okay, so again, we make use of this 1200 meters. That means Eric, okay, walk 1200 meters more than Claire in 20 minutes. So what does that mean? We could say, okay, we use 1200 divided by 20, okay, which is 100, which is 60, is 60 meters, okay, which is 60 meters per minute. So we can think of this is the difference. Now we can say this is the difference of Eric and Claire's speed. Okay, this is the difference of Eric and Claire's speed. Okay, so now this question follow earlier practice about, you know, the difference and the summation of two numbers. How do you figure out the two numbers? Okay, so we say the speed of Eric minus the speed of Claire is going to be equal to 60. Okay, so now you find the equality. Okay, then you can solve for the equation, which is 2x minus 150 equal to 60, which is 2x equal to 150 plus 60, which is 210, x equal to 105. Okay, then you can see this is Eric speed. So Claire's speed is 150 minus 105 equal to 45. Okay. Okay. So for some students, you know, if you, some students who are in grade 8 may, you know, think concretely, think, oh, okay, Claire's speed is so slow, so much slower than Eric. We could think Claire may be much younger than Eric here. Anyway, so this is one way to solve this problem. Okay, I explained this problem this way actually because I just explained how, if you know the type of problem of a summation and difference, how do you solve this problem? But in fact, we could solve the problem differently, also setting up an equation. And let's see how we can solve the same problem differently. Please see the next lecture.